Right, so first up is Aron's. So we've only got one picture from Aron, but I think this is all work in progress.
I think first up, actually, what we need to ask our viewers is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does Peter Sparky Holland look like the Incredible Hulk? I mean, it's uncanny, isn't it? Look at it. I mean, which one's which? I don't even know which one's which.
It's the eyebrows, isn't it? It's the eyebrows.
And the nose and the mouth and the cheeks and the hair. Other than that, it's fine.
You know what? You can do this all you want, but I will just cut out the video.
That's fine, because I'm going to keep doing it and bringing it in really intricate parts of the video, so you find it really difficult to edit it out.
That's great. This video is only going to be about 20 seconds long.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on, Ed.
Oh, God. Right, yeah. So, like I said, Aron's models, and he's done some flesh hounds, and it looks like some awesome blood angels in there as well. Can't tell too much.
What is that at the back?
It's from Marvel.
It's MODOK.
MODOK, there we go. I knew somebody
There's going to
would
be a movie of him this year, isn't there?
Is that a particularly big fart he's doing?
I think he's got like a jetpack chair.
He has a very large chair.
Yeah, when I look at him, the thing I think of is very large chair.
Yeah.
It looks like he's just had a very bad curry the night before or something.
And to excuse my ignorance, why has he got such a massive head?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just ask Ben the same question. Hey, look, Ben's updated his background as well.
Oh, for God's sake. You're hilarious. Right. Anyway, next one. And we've got Sarah's Ben. So we've got Orange Ben and then Sarah's Ben. I can't think of a better name at the minute. Sorry.
That is really very good.
Yeah, Tech Marine, I'm guessing. Oh, Tech Priest.
Primaris Tech Marine.
And this is for your Raptors chapter, is it?
This is for the Raptors. So it's part of a larger project where I'm doing second company Raptors. So a lot of tanks, motorized stuff.
Yeah.
So,
that is awesome.
I
love the mud effect. Yeah. How did you do it? Is that the weather in powders from Forge World or something?
Yeah, well, they're the AK interactive weather in powders, and then you just sort of build them up, and then once you sort of roughly get them in where you want them, you can then dab them with a bit of white spirit, which sort of holds them in place, and then you can move them around a little bit too. So,
yeah. Oh, they're really, really cool. Really cool. I just love the muted metals on that as well.
Yeah, again, that's scale 75 metallic paints, which are I find them a lot nicer than the GW ones because the actual sort of paint flakes in them are so much smaller. You get a nicer sort of finish.
Yeah, it's a lot richer, isn't it? I bought the metallic set, and the names are a lot cooler, aren't they? Because it's thrash metal and speed metal and all of that.
Yeah,
the names.
Yeah, it's got all those. Yeah,
it's just cooler.
Victorian brass.
I'm in then. You'll give it a better name.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I tell you what I like about it. Carry on. I tell you what I like about it is that I always say that when things look easy is when they're really, really good. And you've done a fantastic paint job on it, but it looks easy. It looks like it's, just done. But it's tremendous. It's really, really good. I like the little bit of green on the gun as well.
Oh yeah, the OSL you've got going on there. That's awesome.
I mean, to be honest, like Topper, you're right in the way that I literally didn't know what to paint one evening, and literally picked this up, and a couple of hours later, that was the end result. So it's like a couple of hours work, quite simple. Sort of like throwing a bit of colour around, and then just a heavy oil wash over the top of it, and it sort of came out like that. It just looks.
I will say to people that I've found on my nights as well that if you want to do metal, it is very easy to get a good look by putting just one base color of metal down and then just washing it with an oil. I use known oil. Just giving it that overall wash just to get in the crevices and just to darken it up and give it a bit of life.
Yeah, I mean,
you can get really good
with a lot of these now, instead of using the like GW washes, I'll actually use like oil paints, like sort of De La Rowley oil paints, thinned down with a bit of oil, white spirit, and you just slap that over it. And you find you sort of get like slightly more intense colours, and then also the option of once it is dry, going back with like a cotton bud with white spirit, and you can sort of wipe bits off and take bits off and move it around a bit as well. So it's
it gives it a lot more natural finish using oils, doesn't it, over the acrylics?
Yeah, the acrylics sometimes pool or dry in sort of quite weird ways, whereas the oils do sort of tend to sit in recesses a bit nicer.
Yeah, it makes it look very clean, the end product, isn't it? So, something about this model just makes me think of like going into Games Workshop shops when I was a kid and looking at all the models they have on display and like not knowing it, like, because I don't really know anything about 40k. There's just something about seeing a nicely painted model that you have no idea what it is or what it does, but I don't know, it just awakens that imagination in you. Yeah,
I mean, it's sort of because it was like for me, it was like the Raptors are meant to be a bit of a sort of sneaky Space Marine chapter. You know, they're sort of camouflage and, you know, quite sort of stealthy. So to have a bright red Tech Marine just didn't make any sense. So I was sort of like, you know, why not, rather than go for sort of bright red, go for sort of like brush metals and something a bit subtler, which, you know, keeps him.
No, he pulled it off really well.
Yeah.
That does make a lot more sense with the chapter background.
Yeah.
No, that is really nice.
Cheers.
I just love the like slight variations in the metals as well, like around the shoulder pad there.
Yeah, I mean that was. I think I used probably about four different shades of metal overall, and just sort of work between them. But I mean, some like on the you can see a bit on the legs and maybe a bit on the arm as well. The sort of main base of the armor it's almost a sort of rose gold, coppery kind of color, and then obviously sort of other bits are done in silvers and golds and stuff. So it's sort of enough variation to look different, but it's still sort of combined, like ties in with each other.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, absolutely awesome.
Makes me think of Fallout games.
Yeah,
it's got that like heavily weathered, kind of gritty, but then you got that big neon plasma effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sort of Brotherhood of Steel type power.
Yeah.
Now, I'm an AOS fan over a 40k fan, right? And I'm not a fan of Space Marines. So Space Marines are quite far down my list. But they can be painted and made to look really bloody good, can't they? I mean, if you wanted to try different painting techniques, I would argue that there are a few better models to do that on than Space Marines. Apart from skin tones.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got Space Marine burnout and found that I just wasn't, you know, couldn't really sort of like find new ways of painting them, more interesting ways of painting them, and then switched over to AOS models and had the same sort of thing. But then it's like sort of painted this, and I'm like, oh, you know, that kind of color scheme on, you know, and that style paint job on, is it the Karkadon Overlords? Who are the sort of dwarf AOS people?
Oh yeah, the
Karkadon Overlords.
Yeah, so you know, something, you know, someone like that could look quite cool with that sort of.
Yeah, definitely.
Sort of finish. Definitely.
So.
Well, I'm sure somebody did like a rusty metal Overlord army that looked amazing. I can't remember who it was though, but it would look really, really good.
I would actually love to do a Caradron Overlords like little sub army with Space Marine helmets. That's my dream if I ever do
like
Caradron.
a squat army then. Is that what
Yeah.
we're talking?
Yeah, keep them nice and stunty, but
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do a squat 40k army, and since the Caradron Overlords came out, it's so close. I'm just thinking maybe I could do it, but I don't know. It's yeah.
Let's just remember, dwarves are horrible and nobody likes them.
Well, Dave doesn't like them, so
I like dwarves. I will always stand up for dwarves.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
because you're
I'm
3
a
foot-
massive
that's because
dwarf fan as well.
Reece, that's because you're 3 foot tall and look like a dwarf.
I'm not 3 foot tall. I'm twice that height.
What, 4 foot?
Well, someone didn't go to school.
Now, we saw this the other day, and we were talking about his eyes. He's got that, no, his face actually. He's got that whole, I just want to shit down your neck look on him, hasn't he?
He's seen battle, hasn't he? He's seen battle. Yeah. No, that is wicked. The skin tones on that are stunning.
It's also the green. There's so many different greens on it that are so close to each other, but you've got definition in the green. How tall is that, Ben?
I think it's 80 mil.
Okay.
80 mil, 90 mil bust.
It's fantastic. Really well painted.
oh, he's smaller than I thought he was.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got no body.
Yeah, because he's green.
I wish I'd screenshot that then.
It's just going to replace me.
Yeah.
Well, it'd probably be as much use on our Dungeons and Dragons story.
Hey.
Hey.
We can't give any spoilers for that because the video's not out yet.
The
So
video
let's just-
coming soon, and it's worth watching. It's funny.
Yeah, 1st of May. I've really given myself a tight deadline with that, but yeah, 1st of May, it'll be out.
Give yourself a weekend because it's about 18 hours of video.
Condensed it down to 2 so far.
Mostly of me blowing my horn.
Yes, and I absolutely love the blue on this. I think these are amazing, absolutely stunning. You've used that frost stuff, haven't you? Got from Green Stuff World? Because I bought some of this. I bought it in January. Have you not?
No, a couple other people had it, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll use that in the future. But I haven't used it. I've used the GW Snow stuff.
Yeah.
And then for
The
the
Valhalla
ice,
Blizzard.
Yeah, Valhalla Blizzard. And then for the ice, I ended up putting the paint down and then doing a gloss coat over the top of it, and then gluing baking soda to give the sort of frosty effect on top of the sort of like ice.
Yeah.
What are
No,
they?
it's
What is this?
awesome.
What are we looking at?
They're Chaos Warriors for AOS and Juggernauts. Is that?
I know
the whole-
that. I just thought we should give them a little bit more detail rather than going, they look nice, look at the ice.
Is that the whole starter box?
Yeah, that is the Slaves to Darkness starter box. So you got 5 Chaos Knights, 10 Chaos Warriors, and then the Chaos Lord on a something or other.
Parkadrak.
That's the one.
I'm going to go as far as saying that as a group of models out of a starter box, I think, looking at this picture, they are among the best I've seen.
Yeah.
They're really
As you can see the 3 color factor coming in there, can't you? You can see the blue, the metals, and then the white of the bases. It just kind of all blends together nicely.
They're awesome.
Thank you very much.
It's a
Yeah,
really
they are
striking
good.
scheme.
They remind me of Norska in like Total War Warhammer.
Oh
Got
yeah.
that like frigid, frozen waste
do you
subfaction
know
of
what?
chaos.
You could imagine these in Game of Thrones or Vikings, couldn't you? Coming over the hilltop to take people on. It's they're awesome, absolutely brilliant.
You have to start doing some display boards like the other Ben, like Orange Ben.
No, Orange Ben. He does display
Yeah.
board.
You don't.
Orange Ben, you're gonna have to give him some tips.
You don't. They're a pain in the proverbial all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of why I haven't done it yet. It's why there's sort of like different piles of half-finished terrain around the house.
Well, I mean, they're fine if you've got any sort of restraint and have a plan and stick to it, and don't think, well, if I just add one more thing and one more thing and one more thing, and then it's 18 foot tall and it won't fit in your car.
So I think I'll avoid that one. And
Yeah.
Spend my time painting armies.
Yeah, it's a better plan.
I always knew there's something nice about it.
I'm gonna say one thing though, Ben. You need to do something that Copper loves doing, and they need rimming.
I do love it.
Yeah. It's
Doing or giving, receiving or giving, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, got to paint the room.
A bit of Mechanicus standard grey around them.
All I do,
Or
look,
you know what?
you see there, I just do all the rims in, that's just yellow. I just do all the rims for all the orcs in yellow. Just to give you a bit of,
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was saying you could go down Topper's route and just do them in a very dark blue rim. Might look quite cool.
Yeah, I definitely think a rim which ties in with the bases, ties in with the colour scheme rather than.
I mean that's your choice, but I go the opposite way, which is I contrast against it so that it just stands out. But that's my choice. I mean they are.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm not. I mean, they look really cool, and it really pops as an army. It's going to look awesome. And I mean, you'll have 2,000 points done by the end of this month, won't you?
Depends if Bellacore comes.
Oh yeah. Well, that'll take 10 minutes. Once you've built him, it's only a Chaos Black spray, and you're done.
That is a good point, actually. How long did this starter set take you?
The Knights and Warriors took a month. The Chaos Lord took over a year.
Ooh.
But that was like started painting it and then didn't paint it for a very long time.
But we've just got a year's worth of Ben's models on here now.
Why are we just?
We have.
Why should it just a piece of blue card?
There should be some infiltrators on there. Some raptor infiltrators. But yeah, are they the infiltrators? I can't remember. Which one
They're the eliminators.
Eliminators. There we go. Yeah.
The Eliminators. What are these apart from Eliminators?
Space Marines.
Primaris.
See, I am a massive Space Marine fan myself, and I even like the new Primaris. I know a lot of people have kind of gone, I still like the old tactical Marines, but I do like the new ones. But what I can't get over with Space Marines, with Eliminators and Infiltrators, is they wear these stupid camo cloaks, especially in the case of like Blood Angels. They got the red armor and then they put the camo cloaks over the top, as if it's going to hide the bright red armor.
Like Imperial fists and that sort of thing. You're like,
yeah. You think, what are you doing? It's stupid. But yeah, it's. The idea behind it's great. But yeah, I think this whole, because I think in the old lore it was just like they didn't care about receiving hits. Like they weren't there to try and go around stealthy. It was just the power armor can take it. But yeah, that's why
they wear the camo cloak, and then that one top left, he's got his big backpack on with a big blob of green on show. So if that was red, what's the point?
Yeah.
Camo it all or nothing.
That's just my only
However,
niggle.
Ben, I guess you free-handed that camo, have you?
Yeah.
Very good.
Camo's all freehand.
Yeah,
I know how difficult that can be, because you kind of feel like you're. When you're doing it, you kind of feel like you're repeating yourself over and over again, and is that too much? Is that too little? And it gets a bit monotonous. But you've got a great balance there.
Yeah. I mean, these are the second 9 of 18 of these I've done. So I sort of got the practice in on the first lot, and then
they're not groups of 10 then.
No,
they're 3s, aren't they?
Yeah, they come in 3s. So this is
right. Okay.
This is part of I've got a Raptors 2,000 point list, which is basically all Phobos units. And basically it's a dual battalion, which is just same one.